How's it going there, team? It is my day off, yay! I'm going to a campsite. And although you may think, wow, that's exciting, and it is exciting, that is usually code for me meaning I'm going to be doing my laundry, because that's where the machines are. I don't normally use the ones around town here because of reasons. So yeah, the campsite's one because it means I can air out the van for one day every second week and get the laundry done, so that's pretty cool. And along with that, of course, we're going to do some cleaning inside the house. I've just come from the gym, and the hair is looking beautiful, as you can see, but we'll put a cap on that soon, so that'll be better. Also we're at Sacred Grounds at the moment, just waiting for them to open up so I can start my day with an excellent coffee. And then I'm going to go and grab a tiny bit of beef because we're doing curry tonight, because I'm getting a bit sick of oats. And yeah, the cold is finally gone. My ear finally unblocked 2 days ago, which was cool. And I think it's completely gone from my system. So it's back to walking to work and walking to the gym and walking home. And yeah, so that's good. It's been about 2 weeks, so it'll be good to get back into that. Yes, so awesome. Anyway, coffee soon, cap on, and see you shortly. All right, so we got that done. The hat's on. We got the beef. We've got beef. And I shouldn't be doing this while driving, but I am. And now I'm going to go and find something tasty to munch on. Sweet. Favourite spot acquired. That's it there. Isn't that pretty? The campsite we're going to is kind of over that way, but not on the water, inland a little bit. Like I say, it's really just for doing housework and getting laundry done. I have procured a snack, and of course we have the Sacred Grounds coffee, which is always important. If you're wondering what that is, that has... What's that stuff that dentists use to put in your gums that makes your gums numb? It's got that stuff in it. It's a nice smell. And it's a Vegemite jar. And so I put it in there with some sticks out of it, and it's going awesome. Cloves. So it's a natural smell for the front of the van, which is good. What else? That's about it, really. So can't get into the campsite till about 10:30, at which point we will head there, and we will get our nasty beef in there and get that sort of nice and soft for dinner tonight, and get the housework done. That's the plan. See you, team. So I know it's a bit dark. I'm under the vent. You like that? So the good thing about owning a van that you can sleep in and live in is when you feel like a coffee, you just pull over in a car park and you make one. You've got no idea how freeing that feels. And it's on. And voila, look at that. That's the perfect coffee. Shall we try together? Let's give it a go. Gold as always. Probably going to use some sugar in it this morning. I had a couple of sugars in my coffees the other day and I thought, that tastes alright, but I think I'll get used to having without. And I don't know if you guys know, but occasionally when I'm at campsites I'll use oat milk. When I'm not, I just have it black. I like oat milk, but I find honestly when you have coffee black you can actually taste the notes that they're talking about on the packaging. When you add oat milk it just tastes like great coffee. When it's black you get to taste all the actual flavour. So anyway, I'm getting into it. I'll see you soon. So we're just waiting on the brew. There's the kit. Gets a bit messy up there, doesn't it? But that's the way it goes. So we got another, what do we got? We got another 3/4 of an hour to go, so I'm just going to sit in the front, have a coffee and kick back a little bit, then we'll get to the campsite and then we'll get some stuff done. And hopefully lots of nice music while I work, which is actually what I'm really looking forward to. These magical little speakers here run off power, so I can only really use them when I'm at a campsite. I did try and plug them into the battery, the portable battery, and it just drains it like that. You can see the percentage going down pretty much by the second, so save that for special occasions. I'm thinking about getting, because I quite like the JBL brand for their smaller speakers, I'm thinking about getting a little portable rechargeable one, because as I might have mentioned before, the speakers in the LDV vans are crap. So yeah, and I do like a bit of music, and I've been listening to a bit of Primus lately, and of course that's a little bit bass heavy, and I want to hear it properly. I think I get it up to about 8 on that. I think it goes to 30. I get it up to 8 and the speakers start distorting, so I have a think about one of those. Probably not the first thing on my list, but I'm going to keep an eye out for them and see how we go. Yeah, so nice one. I'm going to go and make my coffee. What's going on there, team? It is my day off. It is Sunday, but I'm going into work at about 12, so always fun. On saying that, I am getting a bit bored, and so yeah, what can I say? What am I looking at here? I'm looking at this. I got sent something cool by Wheatbix8837, which is really cool because I use an AeroPress coffee maker, which is somewhere up here behind me. And he sent me this magical device here. So let's prop up the camera and do it my traditional way. Oops, put that out. Alright, so it's this thing here. We're actually going to do a proper test on it tomorrow. This is a little espresso maker. So you got, what do you got here? In there, this is where the coffee goes. This is kind of a weird setup where you kind of set everything up upside down. So I'll separate it all. No, I'll put that one on. Or is that the one with the cup? I always forget which end has the cup. Yeah. Right, so that end comes off, that's your cup. So I'll pop the cup over there. That is where your coffee goes. That's your water reservoir on the top. Inside that, you've got your coffee measure scoop and where your coffee goes. So I'll put that over there by the cup. So you fill that up. This of course will all come into theory. Well, stop being theory tomorrow. Coffee in there. Then that goes upside down in there. And then that one goes in this way, as far as I remember. And this is the bit that always messes me up, because that's your water reservoir. So that goes water in there. That one goes in upside down. I think that's on. And then you spin it back around again. So the water's at the top, coffee at the bottom. And then you twist this little piston. And you do that, and it pushes all the water through into here. Then you get that, and you pull that out. I have a feeling that's meant to go that way. Oh, yeah, no, okay, yeah, sorry. So that's your coffee. And I forgot, because there is a hole in the bottom here, you basically do that over your cup like that, and then squeeze the piston. And then you have espresso. So thank you, buddy. That's the best. We'll give that a try shortly. Not shortly. We'll do that tomorrow. I have hopefully the whole of tomorrow off. So I'm going to get going and get into work. But thanks again for watching, and we'll try this coffee thing out tomorrow and see how it goes. Sweet.